What's going on, guys? Ellie from Copenhagen here. You might not know who I am, but you've got nothing better to do. So watch the Soccer Cooligans, talking all things football, politics, music, culture. Swipe up, click the link,
That'll
do something.
do. That'll do.
Ay, papi! Yes. Let's go. Apparently, I think Nutmeg lost his mind when he heard me. Did he? I think he got a little...
Didn't even move.
Oh no, the puppy cam shot an alert because I thought that the dog was crying.
Oh, you screaming? They thought it was the dog crying? That's great.
What a good start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the PREM show. We are the Cooligans. My name is Christian Polanco.
That's right. I'm Alexis Guerrero.
All right, we are your favorite stand-up comedians that host the funniest Premier League-based soccer show here on eltwitche.com.
That's right. And it also happens to be the gulliest Premier League based show on eltwitche.com.
Somebody's saying that they're still hearing the Slack sound. Why are they still hearing the Slack sound? I will try to remove that because it's really annoying.
Let me know if you heard it again.
Oh, okay. I do hear. I have it set to mute. Okay, here it is. Mute all sounds from Slack. Sorry about that, everybody. People listening to this podcast have no idea what I'm talking about because they're not hearing it.
But that's also because we effectively edited it out and not used a different audio to make my job easier.
Do you still hear? Wait, no. If I still hear it, why then people are still hearing it? Okay, I think I know what to.
People are saying heard that one.
Yes. Okay. Mute. Okay. Now.
Sponsored by that ball deodorant money and Bing, which I want to read this. This is a tweet we got from Lance Arroyo. So it's very Lance Arroyo, which is like, you know, are you half wasp, half Puerto Rican?
It sounds great. Go for it.
And the two flags are the Jamaican flag and the Puerto Rican flag. So I'm very confused.
Okay. Yeah, well, Lance is Jamaican, right? There's a lot of Lances that are Jamaican.
You know what? I didn't know any Jamaicans named Lance, but I'll take your word for it. He put, if nothing else, you got to respect just how long the Manscaped ad is on Soccer Cooligans. It's like those infomercials from back in the day that played at like 5:30 a.m. And you're just like, holy shit, how long is this commercial? I'm trying to watch cartoons. Which, by the way, cartoons, perfect analogy for us.
Yes, very much a cartoon. Week after week, we just keep coming back.
And I mean, I sound like I've been hit with a couple anvils in the head. So,
Alexis, your camera is kind of losing focus and coming back. I don't know if you noticed that. You might have to sit a little closer. Hello, everybody. Yes. Welcome to another PREM show. We are live here on Twitch. We tape every Wednesday. We're here live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So come through eltwitche.com, whatever, English, Spanish, they both work.
If you're listening to us and you're wondering, wait a minute, I didn't know they did this on Twitch. Yeah. So you could come be a part of the show. If you say something funny in the chat, you become a part of the show.
Exactly.
So, come hang out with us on Twitch, baby.
Okay, I'm excited about today. Obviously, we a lot of news, whether it's Premier League stuff, just some European soccer-based stuff. But obviously, today was it's still going on, but the inauguration happened.
It's a celebration.
It is there is a sort of an orange weight lifted off of us, or we can at least
I like to think of it as an infectious tumor has been removed. You know.
Okay, we can just breathe for a second. Before we start hating Joe Biden. All right, look, I just this time right now, we just have to appreciate where we can just be like, oh, okay. And then like by Monday, we start hating politicians again. Okay. We just needed a break.
Just give us the first black vice president, the first female vice president, the first Indian American vice president, the first 1,000-year-old president, right? Like, let us have this before we start throwing darts. You know what I mean?
Because it'll happen. Because it's interesting seeing the sort of MAGA news cycle already, right? They're trying to find things that they don't like about Joe Biden, and the first thing that's coming up is the Peloton. Have you heard about the Peloton?
Yeah, which is a security.
Well,
I guess a risk.
That's like the rational perspective, but then they're like, how I don't know if it's very presidential for a U.S. president to have a Peloton. Like now they're questioning his masculinity.
But what they don't realize is he doesn't ride it. He actually grabs it from the bottom of the seat. You know what I mean?
Interesting approach. I don't know how many calories do you burn exactly?
Just to assert sexual dominance. You know what I mean? Does that make you feel better? Trash ass Newsmax.
Oh my goodness. So look, I hope
Joanna Geraldine wants to know, do y'all think J-Lo was chosen to just because she's so good, or it's a signal the administration is still moving forward, adding Puerto Rico as a state? That's a wildly good question for the show.
We did not expect that one. I'll be honest. I feel like that's a curveball from a Puerto Rican pitcher. All right.
Yeah. In fact, take it easy, Danny Almonte.
Oh, that's a great question. I thought, look, how cool of it is we had Sonia Sotomayor, Puerto Rican, J-Lo there. We had A-Rod there at the inauguration, a Dominican at the inauguration. We made it.
And as a Cuban, I'll co-sign him too, because he was raised in Miami. And I'm not really allowed to talk to any of my family members from Miami right now.
Oh man. So look, it was a sort of breath of fresh air, just something different, a little bit of acknowledgement and sympathy and empathy delivered to the American public, as opposed to calling us cucks for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like it's a little nice to have a normal human being leading the country. Doesn't mean everything's gonna be perfect tomorrow, but I think for the most part, people have been like, it's easy to not care about politics because you're like, oh, whatever, president doesn't affect my life or whatever. But I'm like, Trump directly affected our lives in a terrible, terrible way. And I'll say, like, from a serious note, there's a laundry list of serious things. But then as a comedian, the worst one, and I'm sure you've dealt with this, is there really nothing worse than there's nothing worse than Trump supporters at a comedy show. You can't make a joke about Trump with Trump supporters in the crowd.
Remember at the beginning of his term, everyone was going to be like, people were starting to say, like, I'd rather perform for Trump voters because you could say whatever you want and they don't get offended.
Yo.
And then 5 seconds later, if you say you had a rump roast, they'd be like, what'd you say about my president? You're going to get shot. You're going to get shot.
It was a nightmare. You couldn't make jokes. Jokes. It's like, they talk about liberal snowflake this and whatever. They
were melting those snowflakes.
It was a nightmare. Me? Oh my God. So I'm hoping there's just less of that,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So look, we're in a better mood. Hopefully things improve and we have but the plan, as always, is to have another fun Prem show. Okay. Where should we begin? People, in the chat, let us know what you would like us to discuss. Make sure you mention it. I already saw someone, I forgot who, somebody already mentioned Jordan Morris. Obviously, we have to talk about it. We spoke about it on the podcast and the TV show as well, but we can get into the weeds a little bit more. Jordan Morris going...
He might not be the only one. Did you hear the rumor that another MLS player is going to Swansea?
Which one?
Paul Arriola.
Interesting.
Right? They're getting all the wings.
You mentioned Paul Arriola, and Paulo in Minnesota subscribes.
There you go. Perfect timing. Thank you very much for the sub. But I don't know what's going on in Swansea. They seem to be wanting to bring in a bunch of Americans. And if you think that's how it's going to get you to the promised land, I'm with it. I don't know if I agree, right? Yeah, I don't think DC United would agree with you. One of the things I forgot to mention on the show with the Jordan Morris thing, maybe this is just me, but do you think that one of the reasons why he got offered a loan at Swansea was because of that video that's starting to go viral of the swing camera that caught him doing that mid-run turnaround run all the way through the defenders and score.
Okay. Yeah, that was against the San Jose Earthquakes, and that was
play man defense.
Yeah, and that video,
so everyone's like trash defending. I'm like, you don't understand. I mean, yes, but you don't understand the system.
Because it is very much a Jordan Morris highlight and a San Jose Earthquakes low light. You know, it's people use that as an example. It's like this high def video description of what the weaknesses are in this system in defending in this way. But
I mean, if you're gonna have like a word problem example of why man defense doesn't work, you literally have and I remember I talking to Matt Doyle about this. He goes, yeah, but one-on-one, what if somebody beats you, you know? And I'm like, well, you got a sweeper back there. And the whole time Jordan Morris is making the run, I'm like, where's the sweeper? Sweeper now.
Yeah, you're like, somebody got to get there, and it's like, wow, nobody's really getting there. It's like the time is really passing by. That's interesting. I think look, it's a great video and it's a great goal. And clearly Jordan Morris is very talented. Even if that didn't happen, I think for I think people are affected by, you know, like YouTube highlight clips. If there's a great clip of something, of a soccer player doing something, it could really affect your perception of that player, even if they're like trash for their entire career, but they have this one play. Remember when we saw the film Messi and Me at the film festival? Kicking and screening. Yeah, and everybody watching and listening, there's this film called Messi and Me that's great, and it's basically about a guy that played in a charity game. It was in the U.S.
He's a college player.
He was out of college and was like working in real estate or finance or something. He was like 2 years out of college, and he played in this charity game that I guess like an old coach was coaching the game, and it was about like superstars were there, and Lionel Messi was there as well. It was on ESPN. It was a big deal, and he scored a bicycle kick in this game, and that one bicycle kick led him to a professional contract, and he played like in Iceland and a couple, I think another country as well.
Well, like the video was like Messi going like, wow, good job, like that was incredible.
Yeah,
and that clip got him calls for like the Swedish second division, and I think he ended up getting like an actual offer from an Icelandic professional team, which can't even imagine that's really, much of an offer. No offense to the Icelandic league, but there's 300,000 people in that country. But nonetheless, he tried to go pro, and he felt like, hey, maybe I gave up too soon on this dream. Maybe I'm good enough to, blah blah blah. Become a pro player, and I don't know that it necessarily worked out. You got to watch the movie, but yeah, dude, one clip. I mean, a lot of people say Pogba to this day was a superstar just because of Vine highlights.
Oh, look, whatever it takes.
He did win the World Cup.
Who's gonna be the first TikTok superstar that becomes
He's just a 19-year-old girl in a bikini playing soccer. I mean, different TikTok star guy.
Somebody tagged me in this, and I can't find the tweet, but there was a guy, I forgot what country, and hopefully this is real because I can't confirm it. I don't remember, but it was the first transfer that was done completely through Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's right. I believe you posted it. Did you not?
I didn't post it. Someone tagged us in it. If anybody knows who it was, just put it in the chat. But that's just an interesting thing. It seems like what sort of the transfer market might look like, or it could also, the thing with Bitcoin is that it can lead to even shadier transfer deals. You know what I mean? Like you're really putting just cash under a table. And if that's how you want to do business, fine. But it seems like it could, it's a slippery slope when it comes to that. So, but no, Jordan Morris to Swansea. How do we feel about it, everybody? I think it is Swansea are playing well in the championship. It could be a cool opportunity for Jordan Morris to be under the pressure of trying to get a team promoted. And we'll see how he handles that. I think that'll be the thing I want to see the most in those last 5-6 games, because I believe the table is it's fairly close.
Yeah, they're in second place. I would love if he was like, guys, why are we trying to win? If we lose, we get a higher draft pick.
Yeah. So Swansea's obviously in second place with 46 points. Norwich is first at 53. So nothing guaranteed. There's no guaranteed promotion here as of yet. And so if Jordan Morris can really make a difference there, a 6-month loan, who knows if he ever even comes back to the Sounders, or maybe the Sounders sell him to, another big team, or maybe he stays with Swansea and plays in the Premier League.
How old is he?
26.
I mean, now's the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna make an impact in Europe, it's probably right around your peak, which seems to be now. He seems to have gotten over that little bit of an injury bug that he had there for a while. So best of luck to the guy. And you know what? Maybe it's like Jack Harrison and he stays on when they get promoted. You know?
Yeah. I think this is going to be a real test, not simply for, Jordan Morris's skill, but to see if he can adapt and if he's comfortable being out of his element, because, right, that's why he stood in Seattle. He wanted to stay with his family. His dad is one of the team doctors. And it worked out, and they won trophies. He played well. And so I'm excited to see this for him. I think it'll be a big deal. Judd on the bench said Bitcoin is going to bring corruption to a whole new level. All right.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it, get to comment on it, just sit back and enjoy.
Justin Friedberg said a few years ago, Morris to Swansea would have been a massive move. Crazy to think how far we've come. Yeah, it almost feels like it's weird. Not a step down, but almost like
it feels like a 2018 move.
It feels like a lateral move to Swansea, because I can't imagine he's getting. I mean, it's a loan. I'm sure he's not getting paid a ton more money or anything like that. He's going here yo, let me test the waters. Let's see how it goes, and we'll see if I end up playing either staying in the UK or just to weigh his options. But the fact that he is sought for, and people, after recovering, he had the ACL injury. After coming back from that and playing the way he's playing, the dude he's looking better than he did before he got injured. That's what it
good for him, man. I'm excited.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to discuss, somebody mentioned Aubameyang scored. All right, so I guess I feel like this show it should be called the Ozil Show, because we talk about Mesut Ozil. We're on Ozil Watch every week.
I mean, that drama is never ending, although it seems to have come to an end. They canceled his contract. They agreed to terminate his contract.
Hold on, I just want to, Robert from LA said, he said, fun fact, Mindy Kaling is a part owner of Swansea City, but there's a typo. He put gun fact. Mindy Kaling is a part of owners.
Yeah, we know how she got there. I own this club.
Which is just a fun, all right, kids, gun fact. You know what I mean? It could be a fun, little children's horrible show.
I feel like that is a kid's show on Newsmax.
Oh my goodness! So I did not know that she's a part owner. That's really cool. RCB said, "Why do we care about Ozil?" Look, I think it's just the tension and the drama. Even though the fact, so he's officially gone to Fenerbahce. Arsenal are done with him. The interesting thing is that we still don't know why he was benched. Why they just that's it. It'll just they're taking it to their grave.
The final chapter is written. No one's allowed to read it, but the book is finished.
It is in a top safe, a top secret safe or whatever. So that's the interesting thing. And it's just so weird. All the posts of his teammates, Aubameyang. He had on Instagram, he's like, oh, I don't need to tell people how great of a person you are on and off the field, but I'm gonna miss you, bro. What is going on? What did he do? That is the issue. I look at, and always the theory is it's either political stuff. When he mentioned the Uyghurs, and it seems like it seems like that might have been the issue. But we do not know.
No one knows for a fact. And if that is the issue, it feels like that could have been something that had come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially from his camp, even though he even tweeted, even though I'm no longer there, I'm still rooting for you guys today. Come on. He's been
Arsenal. Nothing but polite and sweet. There's been like not even one hint of.
Yeah, but don't you feel like that's like coordinated? And I know I'm the one who's supposed to say this, right? But don't you feel like I'm going to be so nice that it's going to piss you off? Like everyone's going to hate you because I'm so nice. Like I feel like he's doing it out of spite.
Yes, it does. You know what? Even for me, it feels that way. Like there's
wow, everybody, Christians come to the dark side.
But there is such he's clearly bothered. You know, there's just no way that he is not bothered. Look, I'm just excited to just see him play again. Right, I'll tune into a Fenerbahce game just to see what's going on.
I feel like Fenerbahce highlights are going to go crazy now because he's been relaxed. He's still in top form. He's still a young, at a young age for a player that plays the way he does, i.e., doesn't run a lot. You know, this is interesting though for Arsenal. So these are the players that Arsenal have let go: Sanchez, Ramsey, Ozil, Cazorla, Wilshere, Socrates, Mkhitaryan, and Welbeck. They've all left in the last 3 years for free.
Good business.
So if they also get rid of David Luiz and Mustafi in the summer, which are the two rumored to go, everyone says Mustafi's nervous because they know he's next now that Ozil's gone. That's going to be $200 million, 200 million pounds worth of talent that they've purchased and left for free.
Okay, I guess money's no object.
I mean, when Arsenal doesn't splash on like big signings, right? I think Ozil is the biggest signing in the recent past, maybe sure. Alexis Sanchez, but we're talking 45, right? We're not dropping 80. Well, I mean, that's not true. We bought Nicola Pepe for 82 million pounds.
Yeah. Well, the prices have gone up, okay? Inflation is real, and everybody's looking at Arsenal. They're like, yo, I think they're dumb enough to pay, you know?
I feel like the Nicola Pepe thing, we definitely got hosed. But you forgot Gideon Zalalem. But hilarious Robert from LA.
But Nicolas Pepe is another one. YouTube highlights, crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, they were just like, yo,
good.
This dude is gonna light it up. Okay.
I had such belief. Like Marouane Chamakh, remember him?
He had
like the weird hair. I knew off the rip, this dude is trash. I knew it off the rip, right? Lacazette, I was like, I don't know if he's gonna. And for the most part, I feel like I've been right. I'm like, he's good, but he's not great.
Yeah.
Right. Nicola Pepe, I was like, this dude, come on.
Okay, finally. Okay, they see. Finally, Arsenal has the vision I have. Okay,
right? Our savior is here. And we're like, why can't he do keepy uppies though?
Okay, he has a great a feint, a great deke, but that's about it. Okay, he makes
I feel like defenders now know he's just gonna go yeet. You know what I mean? And he ain't gonna go. You know, he's like, that's really the only move I got. They kind of figured me out.
Did they give him the playbook? What's going on?
Yo, have they been sneaking into our training sessions?
Look, all right. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, this. Arsenal's been playing pretty well the last couple games. And hopefully this.
Where are we in the standings? Because I believe I don't know if it's adjusted, but I know we were in 10th. Could we stay in 10th? Or are we in 11th? Hey, we're still in 10th. We're in the top half. Come on, top half of the table, baby.
Okay. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Arsenal. See how they.
And we play Southampton next. Which, if we beat Southampton, son, we jump to 8th place.
Okay. Yes.
Come on.
If that's a hard if.
Hey, cálmate.
Eltuche.com. Justin Freeber say, Alexis, can you tell us who's in first?
I can't see that high from here. It looks like it's gonna be Manchester City soon enough.
So okay, a bunch of people have been mentioning Christian Pulisic and the GQ photo shoot, and obviously we have to again we spent time on this on the TV show, but we obviously let's go into it a bit more as well. He is, I mean, let's really break down these photos. So I haven't, you know what? I haven't even read the article because I can't.
Is there a need to?
I don't know. There is nothing. There's no words in this piece that are gonna make up for these photos. And this is obviously the Pulisic's Drake photo. I mean, everybody's been mentioning that. This one
is after he saw his own photos. He's got his fingers over his eyes. It looks like an old Steelers jersey he's wearing. This one's one of the most confusing photos. So for everyone listening, he's wearing like a bomber jacket and his legs are kind of spread out a little wide. He's standing there, but the jeans are cuffed in. They're cuffed under, and the boots look like he borrowed them from his uncle. Like, these do not look like they fit him. But why? I've not seen jeans cuffed in since like third grade.
No, it's not a great look. I mean, we know that. It is not. It is not. It's just the boots. I'm looking at the. I didn't see this before. It says the prices of the clothing, which and I'll be honest, I feel like it's pretty affordable. Look at this. The vintage jacket by Helmut Lang from David Cassavant Archive, jeans, $125, which is not crazy. But when you think of a photo shoot,
those are Ralph Lauren boots. Those are
the boots are $105 by Grinders. I don't know what Grinders is.
I didn't know the app made boots.
I guess so. Okay, they get into the merch game.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah. Oh, they're waterproof. Okay. Stain resistant.
Interesting. I didn't.
You know, anti-slip. Okay.
I mean, there's so many places I could use these. Crimson
they
Pizza.
Seem rather functional for what I plan on doing with that.
Crimson Pizza said those boots look like the steel toes I have to wear to work. They really are. They are more function than fashion. You know, that's what the best way to describe this particular outfit.
Like, I know his dad, right? Hershey, Pennsylvania legend, was instrumental in guiding his career. But did he also have to style this photo shoot?
It's okay. And this is, we mentioned this before on the podcast and on the TV show. It is. Look, I've had more time to think about this, and this is the most problematic photo right here. This is
the one where it looks like he's doing an ab crunch in a wife beater with some type of black string around his neck and arms.
What is the string around his neck? I don't understand.
I put this on Twitter as, "Hey babe, can you help me tie this tie?"
It is like some sort of suspender. It looks like the remember the G-Unit tank tops that had the suspenders on it. It looks like he just has the suspenders on top of a regular like Hanes tank top.
It looks like a dollar store gun holster, kind of.
Yeah,
but also it looks like it's kind of, if you're just wearing that and not the wife beater, it looks like it's sold on the same website as the boots. If you get my drift.
So look, this is my main issue with the whole photo shoot, right? It is that Christian Pulisic is not this guy, and the world will not accept him as this guy. This guy who can be he's like the American boy, Captain America, get really quick, pacey, technical on the ball, the whole thing, and people sort of like him for his kind of calm demeanor. But this is his first real attempt of like, I'm no longer a boy, I'm a man, and I kiss girls, okay? You know what I mean?
And you can't stop me, Mom.
And
it's not just you anymore. You know what this looks like?
No, Dad, you cannot kiss me on the lips, okay? I am done with that.
Yeah, no more. It's only for the ladies. And if any of them call, please come get me. This feels like and some type of act of rebellion, you know?
Okay.
Like I saw this with my sister. Like she would try to wear something sexy, like as she's a teenager, and would cause my mother to be like, I'm going to go get a collection of chocolates and be right back. You know, like, I mean,
please,
leather,
you're gonna just literally just like a charcuterie plate. You pick the one you wish.
She has like a briefcase and they're all strapped to the top and bottom, like a gun dealer. But like, you know, like it's just like you're trying too hard. It looks awkward. You look as uncomfortable as I feel looking at it. It almost feels like I shouldn't be seeing these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if I was doing a Christian Pulisic photo shoot, I would just go in such a different direction, and it wouldn't be, you know, arms over.
But isn't that the point though? And Gal Pal Sports says a little bit of a goody two shoes, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of a goody two boots, really, when you think about it. But but I think that's why he's doing this, is to shift the conversation away from, oh, he's a sweet kid, what a good boy, to watch your kids around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Watch your wife around.
Okay.
My man, you know?
He might give your daughter a drink with sugar, all right, you know?
Oh,
boy.
Caffeinated drink after 5 p.m. Yeah. He's trying to be like, you know, hey, I might go get a motorcycle next. Like, this is another person who I think Messi is the same way. You could get as many tattoos as you want. It ain't going to change how you look.
That's it. There's something about, certain people's personas and personalities that you can't rebrand. I don't know what to tell you. That you're stuck with this.
It's like putting stickers on a Dell, you know? You're like,
okay, yeah, it's you know what, you got that big compact Presario energy. You really can't get away from it.
I can still see the Sony Vaio nameplate, you know?
Oh my goodness. Chip was taking Christian would paint Pulisic like a French girl. Yeah. No,
Whoa, hold on. Which brings up a good point. What would be the photo shoot you would do? Because arms around the back of your head is out.
Well, I'm thinking of like so if I was trying to do a photo shoot with Christian Pulisic, I would kind of lean into, it wouldn't be anything like to sexualize him. It wouldn't be like, that isn't what he needs to do. That isn't like who he is. Like I would kind of like lean more towards like go for the fashion sense of like Hector Bellerin, like try to go there, but not, you can't go as far. You know what I mean?
But that's not his style. He couldn't carry that either.
He couldn't carry that far, but he should have gone something more sleek rather than.
You think go that road?
They gave him like,
you
hey,
know what?
this is what American
Calvert-Lewin.
men. This is what American men dress like. That's what he looks like.
He looks like he was gonna storm the Capitol. Like,
He's like, Tony got the uniform and everything, bro.
you know, the bomber jacket made me uncomfortable as hell. I'm like, you don't look right on you, my guy. I agree with you. You know what I would do if you want to be sexy, bro? Cover my man in Hershey's chocolate.
Okay, now we're talking.
You know, right?
But not the face, not the face.
Dong.
You can't do the face.
No, show the outline of the dong. You know what I mean? Let them really know what's coming. You know, you want to go sexy, you want to go bad boy, you got to do it. You know who did rebrand though? You know who did rebrand really well? Tim Howard. Because he was kind of like, he's always been like a little bit of that like Jersey kind of bad boy. Thank you, J.O., for following. AJO. He's always kind of been a little bit of that bad boy, but like, have you seen him lately? He's legitimately covered neck to toe in tattoos. He's got tattoos on his thighs and whatnot. He's taking pictures.
He got the tattoo on his butt. Remember, he got the butt tattoo? Dude,
he got like, he'd be wearing like Louis Vuitton, and like, he poses in a way where I'm like, anyone else doing this would be corny, but he's flexing.
Yeah.
Like, look at his IG. I'm like, yo, Tim Howard rebranded, you know? But he lived in that little bit of corniness.
Okay.
Where Christian Pulisic is trying to chase that out too quick.
Okay, so somebody just mentioned that he was on ESPN, the body issue, and
that's pre-tattoos though.
He has some tattoos. All right, everybody, cover your eyes if there's children in the room or whatever. I don't know. But this is him. This is definitely A rebrand. Yeah, I mean, look, if Christian Pulisic did this, people would be like, please stop it. This is too much. They would just be like, is he old enough to be in the ESPN The Body Issue? You know,
is this legal to see?
They'd be concerned.
Here, look at the Slack. I'm gonna put in his Instagram. Okay. And like pull that up so everyone can see. I mean, look at what we're talking about, and then you can look at some of the other photos on his account. It's a little basic, right? But it's kind of got like that. I kind of got money now, right?
Yeah. He looks good. He's a good-looking dude, and
good-looking dude.
And when you watch him on NBC Premier League coverage, he's like he does the fine tailored suit. He's looking clean. He's doing great. So
right, he got the purple and black Jordan 1s. He's got a big Louis Vuitton bag. He's got a Balenciaga sweatshirt. He's got, I can't see what the hat says, but it looks like it's some type of like hipstery hat. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, he rebranded. He ain't in the league no more. He got money. I don't care what you think. I'm a shine. You know what I mean? Christian Pulisic still looks like, I'm not playing with you kids anymore. I want to sit at the good table.
Yeah.
I want to sit at the cool table.
Look, I'm sorry, I got new friends. Okay.
Yeah, he don't look cool.
So look, I hope. I mentioned this already, but like I know I feel bad for Christian Pulisic because I know he probably just doesn't want to be roasted all day. I wonder what the locker room at Chelsea must be mad. You know what I mean? Look, because Tammy Abraham and all these dudes. There's always where
was Tammy? That's an honest question. Where was he?
I don't know.
He wouldn't have let this happen.
Like, if does Christian Pulisic have like a PR team that like who set this up? What was the idea behind it? Like, it's just lacking any real like identity and like character. It's just like so poorly put together, and it's not that the photos are that he looks ugly or anything. It's just like, no, it's saying who you are exactly. You know what I mean? And for it to be like GQ and the first like thing that he's doing like this ain't the best one. That's not the best way to kind of like put yourself out there. That's
his
just
representation should ask a question every time. What would Giroud do?
Yeah, and Jay Durepo just said it. His PR was Giroud.
Oh, yeah. Giroud was trying to ruin him. So
you Giroud me. What are you?
Yeah. Maybe he can't carry a full Giroud, and that's the problem,
Maybe he listened to the episode last week when we were talking about beautiful footballers, and he was like, I want to be in this conversation.
Well, you actually worked your way further away from the conversation.
Okay, you're in the conversation, but for the wrong reasons.
This is his second game versus Trinidad and Tobago, as far as I'm concerned. Right?
Which one was worse? What was more devastating?
This one's gonna feel longer lasting, I think.
Okay. We have a poll. Thank you, Colablanca. Says who would put on a better photo shoot, Christian, Alexis, or Nutmeg?
Nutmeg
is currently winning. Okay.
Hilarious.
Oh boy. So, what else? Fun fact. Gapas was the fun fact, or gun fact. Who knows? Tammy Abraham's first name is actually Kevin.
Can't be.
Kevin Abraham is not as fun. Okay. I think they mentioned this on the broadcast. I think Tammy.
It is.
Tammy.
It's Kevin Ogatenga Tamarabi Bakumo Abraham.
Oh, but he Tammy Abraham has a brother that is also, I think, Sammy. I believe. So I think it's like Tammy and Sammy or something like that, or another name. I forgot what it was.
It'd be hilarious if his brother's name was just Bob. Like, it didn't have the 3 or 4 other names.
I was listening to the broadcast, and I'm like, oh, Tammy, Sammy. And then I started thinking about, like, MLS, Gammy. Abraham or whatever.
Yo, Gammy Abraham. He's not as good as Tammy, but trust me.
Justin Freeberg says Cooligans for the ESPN body issue. Ooh, should we do the ESPN body issue, Alexis?
They'd have to make my photo so small.
Well, just like a footnote at the bottom.
Please don't let me see your footnote.
Well, there have been like bigger dudes that have done the ESPN body issue, right?
I would do it at the
remember
drop of a hat, by
Prince
the way.
Fielder? Remember Prince Fielder did it?
Uh-huh.
And he's obviously first
But those
baseman
are
for the Brewers.
athletes. Those are bigger athletes. I don't think anyone's done it who looks like a melted candle.
But it's supposed to be empowering, Alexis.
Bruh, it's going to be doing something.
I'm going to look like a toothpick out there, okay? ESPN toothpick issue.
Yeah. Mine's going to be the ESPN whole lot of body.
Judd on the best said, Alexis is only covered by a Zaps bag, okay?
Yeah, let's go. A voodoo heat, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, put some in the chat. Let us know what, how would you photograph the Cooligans? What should we do?
Well, what should be the photo? Because, right, these guys are like playing football and soccer, and some of the women are playing like, I remember one that was a shot putter or whatever, right? There was like one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do we do? We can't just be in front of the microphone. We have to be doing something.
Yeah, we already got some submissions. Crimson Pizza said Alexis strategically covered in pizza. Okay, or maybe pepperonis over your nipples.
Okay.
Okay,
Cup and char.
little double entendre type thing. Are we hiding it? Are we not?
Is that it? Is it not? Why is there so much hair surrounding those pepperonis?
Oh my God! Justin Freeberg, Alexis covers strategically in various meats from a charcuterie board.
I'm down for that. I know what to do. No one else is going to want to eat that. So I'm down. That's my food.
Chip was taken said nutmeg for the pita body issue. Okay. Chip also said Christian provocatively covered in kale.
Ooh.
Okay.
just swimming in a vat of soiling.
Just looking like Adam with a leaf over.
0KS1 said you're a pizza eater athlete. I mean, I don't know if anyone else considers that an athlete.
Justin Freeberg, 26, said Christian covered in gluten-free bread. But is it bread? If there's no gluten in it? Interesting.
Ezekiel bread. That's your shit right there.
Robert from LA said, Alexis, hold that giant wooden pan sliding a pizza into an old-fashioned oven.
Yeah, dude, I got a pizza peel in front of the old Junkaroo. Or maybe I just cover it with a little calzone, man.
You know what?
Or a
look,
sandwich cubano.
I love these ideas. So, look, any of those ideas are better than what the GQ photo shoot for Christian Pulisic. We know
In
that.
fact, if you're listening, if you're not a part of the Twitch, shoot us a text randomly. Without, don't quantify what you're about to say. You don't have to give any preface. Just randomly tweet at us different naked photo shoots that Christian and I should be in.
Okay, yeah. People are gonna end up getting flagged real quick.
Yeah, dude, your phone's gonna get hot. Is something wrong with this battery?
Okay, next.
I got a question for you, Christian.
Go for it.
First manager to get sacked. Okay? You listening?
Yeah, I tend to do that on this live program that we're doing.
Well, when you don't react, I gotta make sure. You still thinking about us naked, bro?
I'm just setting up. I'm staring at Tim Howard. No, I'm setting up the next couple topics.
Oh, here we go. Well, I mean, we're gonna do. Robert from LA said, "Pilo, we're gonna do Premier League," but I'm with you, Justin Freeberg. Is it Lampard? Is it Bielsa? Which there's a lot of reports coming out now that he might be gone, right?
Okay.
Chip was taken, said first manager to get teabagged. I mean, sacked. So Bielsa, Lampard, or what's the dude from Sheffield? Chris Wilder?
I don't know, but it sounds accurate.
Chris Wilder. Out of those three, who's the first to get fired, sacked, let go? You're fucking out of here.
I mean, it has to be the Sheffield manager, right? I mean, they're really.
Here's the thing about him, though. He is a Sheffield United legend, even in that town.
And what is Lampard to Chelsea?
But it's Chelsea.
I agree.
They don't give a fuck.
But they got 5 points, man. They have some really, really bad losses. I mean, it has to be Sheffield. I mean, they're trying to stay up. That seems like an easy one. I mean, maybe the tougher question: who goes first between Lampard and Bielsa? And in that case, it does feel like Lampard would go first.
You think Lampard? I feel like Lampard is going to get sacked no matter what. He's come out and he said, "I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm a Chelsea person, no matter what." That sounds like some shit you say before you get fired. You're trying to guilt trip them into giving you a little bit extra.
It sounds like you're already working on the sideline, bro. You're already you're about to interview the new coach.
He's like, dude, I'm a Chelsea person through and through, unless somebody else wants to pay me to be their manager. Not that I would, because I have this job right now. But like, if I didn't have this job and you offer me a lot of money, I'd be much less of a Chelsea person.
C Bunts 2315 says Frank spending too much with not enough wins. Very much agree. How long is the leash for Frank Lampard?
On. If he doesn't get, Champions League, I get, is the big draw, right? But if he doesn't get relegated with as good a season as he had last year with no money, you think you kind of got to give him a little bit of time? Don't you think he's kind of earned this year?
If he doesn't get relegated, why would Chelsea get relegated? Is that even a concern?
If you're not relegated, then you didn't do that bad.
No, but it's champion. You got to be in Champions League with having spent as much money as you spent, right? I mean, look, the last.
But look how good he did without. You gotta give him, like, he's got extra credit. Like, he's got so much extra credit that he could kind of fail this year a little bit. You got to give him
that
this
was
season.
Last year.
But look how good he did.
He did, but I mean, what? So what's going on this year? Why can't they? Why are they not getting?
What I'm saying is, it's not a complete collapse. If he just finishes in the top, let's say 8, 9, I'm okay with that. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but if I was the Chelsea owner, I get Abramovich is a bit of a maniac, but I'd be like, all right, I kind of get it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you had a bad year. You had a really great year. You way over exceeded what you were supposed to do last season. It balances out. You didn't get relegated. You've got 3 months of this new season coming up. You're not going to get the January transfer window.
Galpal Sports said Frank to the Lionesses. That'd be interesting, right? Obviously, Phil Neville.
That would be great.
That would be a better move. Definitely better for them. I mean, look, some of the last results, right? I mean, they look.
By the way, C Bunts 2315 said Frank knows he's getting dumped, so he's doubling down. He's like, but babe, I love you so much. He's like, remember how much fun we had on that trip we took, and how you said you would never dump me. Remember that?
The loss to Leicester was that was a really bad loss. They really got outplayed, and that's the kind of thing where Chelsea can't.
Leicester were just in first. That's not, you can't count that against them.
No.
Leicester were just in first.
But Leicester are not. Chelsea should be able to compete with Leicester City.
No, not this season. I get, because they spent
so much money. That's the standard. The standard should be higher. That's all.
Chelsea
you can't let that go.
I don't think Chelsea's won a game against the Big Six. So as far as I'm concerned, you can't count the Leicester game. You're treating Leicester right now like they're Sheffield United. You can't do that.
No, I'm not saying that. But did you watch the game? They really could not find. They couldn't figure anything out. There were no real chances. They were just everybody seemed like from like a 1-to-1. Every Leicester player looked better than every Chelsea player. Pulisic was making a couple of mistakes, especially in the second half.
Brendan Rodgers is a better manager than Frank Lampard.
I believe that. Yeah. I mean, I think definitely more experienced, coached in the Premier League for much, much longer, been around much, much better teams. I think bringing in team, like, I just don't understand how Chelsea should be playing this fun, attractive football. Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech.
No, I think the mistake was the fact that you said Werner and Ziyech.
It's crazy that
before then they did play that.
It's incredible that they're as bad as they are. As far
Chip was taken, said Lampard is out of his depth like Pulisic in a sex shop. More like Pulisic at the men's department of a nice store. If we're gonna be honest, what is it with you and these coats, man?
Look, yeah, I just think they should, week to week they should be in like competitive games. They should be the team. The quality on the team is just outstanding. But when they are playing together, that all seems to like drop. Like the chemistry is just not really there. And it was weird because it was there during the restart. Really, before all these players came in, they were better. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. When Pulisic was there without Werner, without Kai Havertz, without Ziyech, he was better, right? He got like 9 goals or something after the lockdown. So it's on Frank Lampard to figure out what is the best roster, and he has all these pieces, but they can't like week to week they can't find any real consistency. But they look terrible against Leicester. It was really bad. Terrible.
And I think it's time to ask the question: is Timo Werner not a Premier League player? You know,
I mean, that's tough to say with the little amount of time that he's had, but it's starting to feel a little bit like, Chelsea has these problems, and they've had these problems for years. How many absolute legendary players went to Chelsea and left and then became great? You know what I mean? Like legendary players now, Mohamed Salah, terrible time at Chelsea. Kevin De Bruyne. Terrible time. Romelu Lukaku, terrible time at Chelsea. Like there's just there's not really much of a leash to improve or get better. You just have to be like really, really good, and you have to show up. So I think Timo Werner might be another example of that.
You know what Lampard should have done? He should have brought in, and this was something that they said like Ole should do, and I think he started to do. He should have brought in some of his era legends in as like assistant coaches and to work with the youth. And you know what I mean? Like make it so that like that era has like a hold of the system. He should have brought in the Didier Drogbas. He should have brought in the Florent Maludas. You know what I mean? And just people that'll be around you that can, sort of give more weight to who you are in your era and the importance of your legend, Like to me, it just seems the easiest thing to do is say like, I'm gonna bring in some other folks from our trophy winning era.
Yeah.
To just kind of be around. Like everyone talks about like the class of 92, you know what I mean? And all that shit with United. He should have done the same thing. John on the bench said also Fernando Torres and Glenster. Yes, we did say Salah. Yeah. Jay DeRepo said it's looking like Shevchenko all over again. Yo, Chelsea fans don't forget easy, man. The PTSD is wild with them.
Yeah, man. Look, I think they have to. They're in a slump without a doubt. I mean, like, and we saw that with Arsenal, right? They're losing all these games, just not finding any chemistry, and now they've flip flopped, right? They got whatever disease that Arsenal had, they passed it on to.
We got that off our backs, and we handed it to Chelsea.
See, I mean, and it's like such a vivid, like you see when a team is playing, with like real chemistry and positive, like they're happy to show up to work, and Arsenal are you see that, and you see that all it takes is a couple. It doesn't have to be Aubameyang. It doesn't have to be Lacazette. It doesn't have to be the superstar. You just need, Kieran Tierney, Emile Smith-Rowe.
Yeah.
When you just have a couple guys that just like set things off and you can put yourself in like a good trajectory. And Chelsea do not have anyone right now that are just playing in a way that bring some positive energy to the team. I mentioned this last week. I don't know what Kovacic is really doing. Look, not having N'Golo Kante is not helpful. But with all these offensive threats, it's crazy that Chelsea are always like mitigated all the time. They just like are so easily stopped. They have no real like creativity, and that's
they also completely fall apart in their own final third. They can get the ball to like 3 feet in front of the keeper, and they don't know what to do with it. Yeah. And a lot of it is honestly, maybe he's not playing in position. Maybe he's not being given the right service, which is hard for me to believe because of the level of quality that Chelsea has. But Timo Werner just seems like he has a mind for how to get the ball close to the goal, but not how to get it in.
Glenser mentions Mason Mount. And Mason Mount, I think, is, he's an attacking mid. He is good, but I think he's just like young, right? He's not there yet to be able to like manage a game really, or take over a game. Like, you know who would be great at Chelsea? Thiago would be great right now.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
a guy, possession, knows exactly who to pass to, when to pass. Just like he's just clever enough, and they don't really have anyone. They have speed, they have athleticism. They don't have someone who is just straight up in the middle of the pitch with and that has a lot of creativity. And I think Kai Havertz can sort of be that, but he plays too aggressive to sort of be that. And whatever.
You know who else could do that?
Who?
Willian. Do you want him back, Chelsea? Free.
All right. Is there anything else we should talk about? David Alaba. I wanted to mention that. David Alaba going to Real Madrid.
Forget that. Did you hear the rumors? Speaking of Arsenal, and by the way, I think Aubameyang is back. I know we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is it. I think he scored 2, which he only had 3 goals before that, so he's up to 5 in the season. I think we're going to start to see a resurgence, and all of it happens because of Saka and because of Emil Smith-Rowe. Without them on the field, Arsenal look like they're lost, especially when we have Ceballos and Willian out there. We look like garbage. But the reason why I wanted to bring up something else when you said Real Madrid is because Arsenal is considering a loan deal for Martin Odegaard. Remember him? 17-year-old, $100 million.
Yeah.
And then nothing has happened with him. Now he's at, I believe he's still at Real Sociedad, right?
Odegaard is at, no, he's not at Madrid. Where is he? Where's Martin Odegaard? No, he's at Madrid, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's at Madrid. I think he's on loan still. Or did he go back to Madrid?
Yeah, he's there.
Whoa.
I don't know if he's playing, but he's there.
No, he's not getting minutes. So he wants out. Arsenal, the Mail. I mean, look, it's been mentioned by Sky Sports, but right now I'm reading something that says the Mail, so don't hate me, okay? The Mail says Arsenal have open talks with Real Madrid over a loan deal for Martin Odegaard and hope their good relationship with the Spaniards over Dani Ceballos will help them as they face stiff competition from Real Sociedad and Sevilla.
Okay. All right.
Does he want to stay in La Liga?
Be an interesting move. But I feel like this is always, people are always like, oh, if we just had, Arsenal fans are always like, if we just had that one creative mid, it would unlock.
It's legitimately one of the most important parts of their system.
It is, but it's just like, how many people have had this opportunity to be this creative mid? They bring in Ceballos. They bring in.
No, we've tried to make it work with other people. Since Cazorla left, we haven't had. I mean, before that, it was Cazorla, Cesc Fabregas. I mean, we're talking about players that haven't been on Arsenal for 3-4 years now. So, yeah, I think Martin Odegaard, if he plays to the level that he played at Real Betis and Real Sociedad when he was on loan, if I believe it was Sociedad he was at loan at, if he plays at that level, then yeah, we've got the new Cesc Fabregas. We got the new Santi Cazorla. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't know how I feel about a guy who can't even make the team around Madrid. I don't know how excited I'm going to get about it.
Santi. Santi was on, I believe he was on Sevilla. No, Valencia, he was on the yellow. Valencia. Yeah. No. He was on Sevilla. No. He was on Mallorca.
Oh, before he went to Arsenal?
Yeah. Because we got him from... we got him and Nacho Monreal from the same.
Villarreal. That's what we mentioned. Okay.
Villarreal is the yellow team.
Yeah. Valencia is also they're red and blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Brosath Happy Hour. Brosath Happy Hour. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay. Is there anything? I mean, we're like at an hour. Is there anything else?
Oh, we got him from Malaga, not Mallorca. Malaga.
Okay. We see. Look, don't come here for facts or anything. That's not what we do on this show. So someone.
Valencia is the one with the Bacardi, with the bat.
Someone mentioned something I wanted to talk about. I think it was Justin Freeberg. I don't know. There was some subject, but I don't remember what it was. Matthew Hoppe We could just talk about that real quick. He
The
scored
American legend.
The American legend.
Schalke, who we've been talking about him for years. How old? 2015 was when this podcast started, so we've been talking about it since 2015.
Quite a while. When he was, I think, a 14-year-old in grade school, we were talking about him, okay?
We were watching all his games. It was very awkward for the family, but we were very interested. We heard good things.
Scored again for Schalke. How are we feeling? No, but this is the interesting thing. Is that it's incredible. You used to see a young American thriving anywhere. He's obviously playing on a very bad team. Schalke will most likely get relegated. But
he won't. He gonna get paid.
Yeah, every time he scores, we see a tweet from USMNT. They're like, hey, an American Matthew Hoppe scoring. So
you know what that reminds me of? So a while back, Lil Wayne was talking about how he knew he made it.
Freshly pardoned Lil Wayne.
That's right. He made all the right decisions with his money. Apparently, Lil Wayne. He was talking about how he knew he made it to like the upper echelon of the hip hop game, and it was that Jay-Z called him, and Jay-Z said one sentence and hung up. He picked up the phone. They said, yo, Jay's on the phone. Yo, Jay-Z's on the phone. He picks up the phone. And Jay-Z says to Lil Wayne, I'll see you. One more word, which I'm not going to say. And that's it. That's all he said. Every time I see these tweets from USMNT, about like Matthew Hoppe or one of these other kids playing well, I feel it's the same thing. Like, I see you. You know what I mean? Like, now I know who you are. Now you reach the level where I even recognize who you are.
Yeah, but
my problem is USMNT should have known who he was before this.
Do you think there's a little bit of frustration on Matthew's part of like, oh, now you're tweeting at me when I was calling you? I was leaving you voicemails and you weren't responding. Now
I was sending you texts with links to highlight reels from my time at Barca.
Have you heard of it? So it's great to see. Look, but again,
Chip was thinking, said, "I see you, my Hoppe."
That's Greg Berhalter calling. Nice, bro.
He hangs up. And they're like, was that Greg Berhalter? I don't know. Some dude with a Jersey accent just said he saw him.
I think there's it's nice to see him score. And 5 goals in 3 games. It's amazing.
3 straight matches he scored in.
But they keep losing. They're not great. They lost today. I forgot who they played.
But okay, so have you ever been on a show where everyone bombs but you?
Yes.
At the end of the day,
any show we do together.
Yeah, typically. Right. Maybe that's just because I'm trying new material, Christian. Should I be facing the crowd during comedy? But so you ever feel like everyone in the green room is like, oh God, that crowd sucked and yada, yada, yada. And you're like, yeah, man, blah, blah. But in your head, you're like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I got him. That's kind of how Hoppe's got to feel.
Yeah.
Like he's like, all right, fellas, let's get together. We can do something different. I don't need to do anything different. I'm doing pretty good. But the rest of y'all,
hopefully, my performances will inspire y'all to like do better. But
I'm trying to lead by example. I'm showing you what a level of excellence I could achieve.
But continued success for the young man. It'd be, I think at this point, a couple more good games, and it's, we start getting to the conversation of, does the U.S. have a solid, new striker? And speaking of strikers, we should talk about Bobby Wood. Bobby Wood just signed with RSL. Did you hear?
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. Did you hear about this? This is
no.
Bobby Wood was playing in Bundesliga 2. I forgot for what team, but he played in Bundesliga obviously for a while as well. But no, that's pretty wild. I guess we'll see more of the news soon. Obviously, MLS draft is tomorrow, so obviously, there's going to be a lot more moves made in the next couple of weeks. But that's a big one, Bobby Wood. We'll see if he can revive his career and his form, and hopefully get back into the U.S. men's national team, because he's been. I mean, obviously he's had a couple of memorable moments. World Cup.
That's kind of shocking, because remember last year he turned down a move to FC Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, I think I did hear that.
And now here he is.
All right. Best of luck. Best of luck.
Poor Cincinnati, man.
Colo yeah, he played at Hamburg. He played at Hamburg for a long time. Okay, I think that's it. Unless there's anything else we missed, we've gone on pretty long. We'll hang out here on Twitch. So everybody listening to the podcast, you won't get to hear all the exciting things that are going on Twitch because you're not on Twitch. So go.
You got to get on that Twitch, baby.
Follow us on Twitch. We appreciate it. Twitch.tv/Soccer Cooligans or etwitche.com. So come check it out. Justin Freeberg said, "Can I get another Manscaped 4-minute ad?"
Oh, baby, they're coming.
Just keep repeating it. All right, they get better every time. It's like a series where you watch it again. There's so much stuff I missed.
Yeah, dude. It's like a really funny movie. You laugh so hard that you miss stuff, so you got to watch it again.
Shout out to Colo Blanco, the gulliest mod here on Twitch. Follow him as well. Great dude. Always so supportive. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Is there anything?
Let's go back to Nutmeg Cam. Just one more.
Yeah, let's see what he's up to. Actually, I think we reached. I mean, he's really
he is out.
Now he is probably.
He looked like he got shot in a movie.
like a overly dramatic death,
It took too long. He didn't want to be off camera. He's like,
I think we received 10 subs. How many did we get? I feel like we maybe either got 8 or 9. So I feel like we should toss Nutmeg a treat before we go. Y'all earned it. So
super funny in the chat.
Thank you so much. Was it Chip was taking some Nutmeg looking like a Build-A-Bear? That's right.
Right. But like some of the stuffing came out of it.
Okay, so let's toss him a treat. Philly
Chip was
Rican
taken just gifted a sub to Philly Rican. That's so nice of you.
Sweet. Thank you. Okay, so we'll give him a treat, and then or should we? We'll do it as we end the show. So let us wrap up the show, and I'll toss a treat. Just to be a whole party, the inauguration. Hope it's a new day. Hopefully,
everybody eats, baby.
Everybody. Triple Six, and now that's 10. It's 69 subs. Nice. Okay. Very fitting. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us. My name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
And together, what are we? The Cooligans!